Here's Davis trying to bulldoze his way forward. He cannot. C.J. Mosley, Michael Clemens, the rookie, making the tackle for the Jets, and it makes it 3rd and long.
Until the Ravens really test the Jets secondary, the Jets are going to line up 8 people, even 9 guys in that box in the line of scrimmage to stop the run and say, okay, Lamar, you've got to beat us with your legs, with your arm, not with your legs.
Flacco looking in his direction, pressure coming. Flacco escapes and now throws it back to Wilson, who makes the catch, puts on a move, and another one, and Wilson is very close to a first down. Patrick Queen was applying the pressure, and it's going to be 4th down. What a job by Wilson after the catch.
I'm not sure whose escape I was more impressed with, Flacco at 37 or Garrett Wilson, because we knew that Garrett Wilson was all about being able to do things after the catch and doing a great job coming back, getting friendly with the quarterback. And then 1, 2, 3, that's what video button do you hit to make a guy do that?
2. Robert Saleh wanted to delay a game. He won't get it. Jackson dancing in the pocket, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson, the rookie, jumped on him from behind.
I think Saleh's good that they didn't throw the flag for delay a game. He'll take the sack instead. And a great job in the pocket by this defense. Because you've got to almost keep Lamar in front of you. You don't want to go around behind him. Johnson does that time. You get away with it. But because of the interior push, there was nowhere for Lamar Jackson to escape from. Interference play right there, but a big chunk gain for the Ravens.
32 yards on the penalty. Jackson looking deep for Andrews, and it's broken up. Sauce got a hand on it. And the Jets fans love it.
We talked to Sauce, and I talked about, playing bump and run is one thing, but having eyes to be able to see where all the defenders are is another one. And so he's played enough off coverage where he's comfortable at that. And here he's matched up against Mark Andrews. And when Mark Andrews' hands go up, Sauce knows it's time to put my hand up there.
Both coaching staff saying they went back to look at that game in preparation for this one. On first down, Breece Hall shakes a couple of tackles. Breece Hall has a first down. Shoved out of bounds. Lawrence Cager with a good block along the way. A gain of 14.
So that's a couple of clean runs for the Jets. And Andrew, what that really does, it's going to set up their play action passing game, because you got to have the Ravens commit to the line of scrimmage. And once you do that, you can dink the ball behind the linebackers in front of the safeties.
Flacco fires, and it's caught by Wilson. He's got the first down inside the 5.
3rd and 2. Jets on the ground. This is Hall. First down and more. Hall breaking free. Inside the 5. We'll see where the officials mark the football. John Johnson finally on a stop for Cleveland. What a run by the rookie.
Yeah, just an excellent job of going with the run. Right up here, Denzel Ward has a shot to come up and make the play. But Hall does a good job just bouncing it outside. There's Ward right there, and he just runs away from him. Nice play call by Mike LaFleur. Really important conversion for this Jets and this Jets offense coming back after that big drive by the Browns.
And the Jets last April. Flacco near side. It's caught. Wilson. Touchdown. On a perfectly thrown pass by Flacco.
They like the matchup. You had rookie on rookie, Wilson on Emerson. Emerson had a pretty good first game last week. Stems him inside. He catches him going too far inside, and that's just an easy completion. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Good throw by Joe Flacco. Excellent drive by this Jets offense. Keyed by that 4th down conversion, going for it or throw it away.
Where does Flacco go here? Near side of the field. Wide open is Hall. Touchdown. And the Jets strike back. A on the verge of tying this game. Gary Wilson, by the way, is back into the game now for the Jets. Great sign. Rookie wide receiver who played a terrific first half. 2nd and 11. Flacco drops back, has time, throws, far side, caught. It's Wilson. Right back into the party, and he's letting them hear about it on that Cleveland sideline. A pickup of 31 for the first-year target.
Well, you have him in a reduced split, so you create leverage and room outside. Flacco had time to throw, and a great completion there for the New York Jets.
Now, Jay, this is the kind of quarterback play you're still going to get from a 37-year-old Joe Flacco. Couldn't protect him last week. When he has had time today, he's been effective.
And I think the Browns need to dial up pressure and get a little stickier in coverage here.
Play action from Flacco over the middle. Another completion. It's Wilson. What a game he's putting together for the Jets. His 10th target, catch number 5. He's over 60 yards, a pickup of 14 for the Jets. Flacco over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. The Jets trying to pull a miracle comeback. 15-yard strike from Flacco.
Against the Browns. New set of downs. Mixon cannot turn the corner. The Jets rally to the football. And a combination. Jermaine Johnson, the rookie from Florida State, first-round pick, will get credit for the stop.
Supposed to be a pass rusher, but how about Jermaine Johnson holding the point of attack against the run and making a nice tackle against Joe Mixon with some help from Jordan Whitehead, number 3 in the secondary.
Not the disagreement, that happens, but the penalty. Dump off, turns into a big gain for Hall. First down. Tackled at the 40 by Davis Gaither. 18 yards.
Haven't earned it. He could run out there and get it.
27-9, Cincinnati in front. They've got the football at the 41-yard line. Mixon in the backfield. They give it to Chase, and the Jets bring him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss on the play. Michael Clemens, the rookie out of Texas A&M.
Which is appropriate.
3rd and 9. Burrow sidesteps. Tosses to the sideline, and it's broken up. Trying to hit T. Higgins, who was back in there for the Bengals. Sauce Gardner helps break it up, and it's 4th down for Cincinnati.
You know how young draft picks, high draft picks get followed by NFL fans? How much of an impact will they make early? Do they live up to the hype, the billing? I do believe number 1 for the New York Jets does. He backs down from no challenges out on the wing, and he makes plays on the football. In front, make you check it down, and rally up and tackle. Good break and tear.
And it's Hall for a first down across the 30-yard line. A juke move. Jesse Bates got back there 16 yards.
It's gotten better each and every week. It's not perfect, but they do have some good pieces to the offense.
On 2nd and 9, he's going down at the 30-yard line. Jermaine Johnson, the rookie, first-round draft pick out of Florida State.
Just right off the edge, working on Okorafor. And this is just a combination of effort, leverage, and technique. Really nicely done. Love how he uses his hands, and then there's really nowhere to go for Trubisky. He's just got to eat it. Right? Whether it's a penalty or a sack, the second and third and long situations are tough to deal with.
Deep down this sideline for Pickens, it is incomplete. Sauce Gardner, the number 1 draft pick of the Jets. Highly touted.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to this matchup coming into this game. 2 of the promising young stars on both sides of the football have a really bright future, and that's why they drafted a guy like Gardner.
New right tackle on the field for the Jets. That's Connor McDermott. This is Breece Hall, and Breece Hall breaking through inside the 30-yard line of the Steelers to about the 28.
Boy, what a good play call. How about, look at that nice block by Herbig getting up onto the linebacker, and Oh, that is huge on a long yardage situation to just be able to pop a run right up inside, up the gut against this Steelers defense. That is a huge play and have been the difference.
3rd and 6. Wilson throwing, got his man across the 40, 45, midfield. And brought down inside the Pittsburgh 45 is Garrett Wilson, the rookie out of Ohio State.
What a shot from Zach Wilson, just in a big moment, in a big spot, puts it, the ball location for Garrett Wilson, unbelievable. You know, I'm surprised Minkah Fitzpatrick was the robber on that play. What does that mean? He was the free player down low to help on the crossers, but he didn't feel Wilson jet right past him, and just the perfect pass at the perfect time from Wilson.
22-yard pickup. The give is to Breece Hall. Hall gets a block inside the 10, inside the 5, looking for the end zone. Did he get there? He is marked out of bounds at about the 3-yard line, maybe the 2.
Very heavy pressure. They were bringing Sauce. The ball loose. No signal. They're going to call it incomplete. They just waved it off. They just called incomplete. Boy, there was heavy pressure like a torpedo. Sauce Gardner coming through. And at a clear path to Bridgewater.
Ingold is in motion and Sauce stays at home on the backside. He pressures. You can see his arms clearly coming forward. That's an incomplete pass, but what a way to start off this game. Send a message. I can tell you as a quarterback, that does not feel good hitting the ribs on the very first play.
And on the move with a couple backs and a fake by Wilson. And a block by Uzomah. And downfield they go. This is the rookie running back Hall. There's a block downfield by Berrios. Still on his feet, dragging defenders down to the 1.
We're going to have Hall coming out of the backfield. Great job by Zach Wilson recognizing it. He just gets lost in coverage. The Dolphins lose him coming out of the backfield, and Wilson puts it right on him. And then the last 15, 20 yards is all Breece Hall trying to get in the end zone.
Breece Hall with a lot of catches coming out of the backfield. That's his first today. But he had 15 coming in. Look at this dive. And shy by a yard. Craycraft on the move. Thompson's got the ball. Here they come, and there he goes with a wobbly pass. It's picked off! And that's the first interception by Gardner. They'll mark him down near the 44, and the rookie 4th overall pick, as good a defensive rookie as we've seen through 4 games, has come up with 2 huge plays against Miami today.
Well, let's give the credit on that interception to John Franklin Myers. He comes off. He's the one that hits the arm of Skylar Thompson that causes that ball to wobble and drift to the inside. Gardner takes advantage of it, steps in front of Craycraft, and is able to get the interception. But John Franklin Myers was going one-on-one against Greg Little, and it was Mostert who came over to try and help in protection. Actually, Mostert knocked Little off of Franklin Myers, and that's
second down 9. To the 2-time All-America Breece Hall. Got it. Down near the 1. Second down 9. To the 2-time All-America Breece Hall. Got it. Down near the 1. 21-yard catch and run. Elijah Moore was blocking ahead his fellow wide receiver. Got in the way, and then they collided, and that opened it up.
The Jets catch the Dolphins in man-to-man coverage. Jerome Baker is trying to cover Hall one-on-one out of the backfield. Igbenogany on the outside actually trips up Baker as he can't stay with him. That frees him up and allows him to get down inside, down to the 1-yard line. But now the Jets with an opportunity to try and stretch this lead.
Breece Hall, that's a block by Uzomah. Flag thrown, burrowing to the 1. 2 flags thrown, gain of 4 as it stands now. At the tight end, Jeremy Ruckert in there. He's a third-round pick out of Ohio State. Missed some time in camp with the shoulder injury. And a foot problem, and so he is getting his legs under him.
Well, they're talking to Robert Saleh, so this is clearly penalties on the Dolphins. 2 flags were thrown.
Yes.
Result of the play is a touchdown. Personal foul, face mask, defense number 98. The Jets have elected to enforce that penalty on the kickoff. We'll kick off from the 50-yard line.
Zach Wilson, 14-21. Handoff here. Big hole. Brees Hall. He's got the first down. Into the secondary and grabbed with the linebacker, Jalen Phillips. Wheeling his way over the right side, a 15-yard run. And Hall's got 100.
Plenty of space for Hall to get through, and with that first down, it just uses up more and more time, which is really the biggest factor for the Jets, and may have just sealed the game with that first down, Kevin.
Rodgers coming near side. Lazard, the intended receiver. And Gardner was there on the coverage. And so a third down coming up. On the fake. Rodgers over the middle. Incomplete. Dobbs, the intended receiver. Sauce Gardner all over it.
Rodgers came out looking for Allen Lazard on that heavy play action. He had to come all the way back across the field to Dobbs. Just really good coverage there by Sauce Gardner. You're going to see he's trying to get Lazard. DJ Reed, Mosley's underneath. Tell you what, this defense, they're changing it up. Some man looks, some zone looks.
A trap play inside, and a beauty. Hall running free. Brees Hall inside the 10. He's going to score. Touchdown, Jets. On the fake, a lot of time. Rodgers going over the middle. He's dropped. Sauce Gardner again on the coverage. Lazard, the intended receiver. Boy, this Sauce Gardner, last couple weeks, had pretty good days.
So this is just straight man. The ball's on target, but watch, they teach these defensive backs, they call it hands to hands. So the ball's caught, but they are going to rake down through the catch and finish all the way to the ground. For a young player to have this awareness, you mentioned being compared to Richard Sherman by Robert Saleh.
They feel like they're right back in this thing.
Second snap for Denzel Mims. He's in there. They go to the run game. Oh, look at the speed of Brees Hall. He's done it again. Brees Lightning, 62 yards for the touchdown. Rippon gets rid of it. Incomplete. Trying to hum it in there to Courtland Sutton, and Sauce Gardner closed in quickly.
And this is part of the scouting report of Sauce Gardner that people like so much. You hear scouting people talk about length. And a lot of times I used to laugh and say, you mean he's tall, right? No, what they're talking about is the arm length. Look at what Sauce Gardner has. And on that play, he couldn't go through the body of the offensive player, but was able to reach around and knock it free.
And he also happens to be tall. He is 6'3".
So you can have both?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just check.
Way down. Mishandled it. Rippon recovers. Incomplete. Gardner had a chance at it as he tried to hit Sutton in the end zone. Gordon in the backfield. Rippon rifles it. End zone. Incomplete. Courtland Sutton got lost in the sauce. The Jets hold up defensively in the waning moments.
So that's why you draft someone number 4. And he's even looking back because he and Sutton are both hand fighting like crazy downfield. Both of them going at each other. The officials decided to let them play it out. No flag, nothing in the pocket because they felt like the contact was going both ways. And the length that we talked about of Ahmad Gardner, Sauce Gardner earlier in the game, that long with the long arms, comes into play right there. Yeah, he's got a hold of him. Sutton's pushing off as well. The official said, you guys work it out. And Ahmad Gardner does it for the New York Jets.
Once again, 7 defensive backs. Wilson out of the pocket, buying time. Will take a deep shot, separation, and the catch made by Garrett Wilson. Dropped inside the 15. Jalen Mills with a tackle. Last season, they go empty. Jones taking a lot of time, and the Jets make him pay. The pocket collapsing. Shepard and Clemens putting the pressure. 3rd New York sack of the day in 7 of his last 8 games. We've seen a lot of trickery. Garrett Wilson, hard cut by Wilson. He is stood up and tossed down at the end of the play by Jabril Peppers. The damage was already done. 24 yards for the former Ohio State standout.
And almost like an option run because the defensive end or the outside end doesn't even get blocked on this play. Watch as you take a look out here, and it looks like Garrett Wilson make up his mind on what to do. He's got to flow it there, and look at him go inside. Just able to pick off a spot and make a really big play downfield. And remember, that goes as a completed pass for Zach Wilson. Helps his record out big time.
It is 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Pass to the outside. Myers is chopped down immediately by Sauce Gardner. We asked Robert Saleh about Sauce. He said the confidence, the length, the athleticism. He's incredibly smart, and his preparation is outstanding. Fake. Rifles it over the middle to Garrett Wilson. 1st down, New York across the 45. It's good for 17 yards. Devin McCourty with the tackle for the Pats.
And watch Zach Wilson on this play. Boom. Excellent job on the read. Sets himself firmly and delivers a nice strike. Look at that one.
Jones trying to run, but he will come up short of the line of scrimmage. Michael Clemens gets there. And that's the 6th sack of the day for the rookie Clemens. That'll go on his personal highlight reel. First time he's gotten home.
And it's not just the pressure in getting home now for the Jets as this clock continues to work. Can they make one of those plays that'll turn it around? Can they pick him off? Can they knock one free? And give themselves good yardage and ability to get to the end zone quickly. I better know who he is.
Penalty against New York, backs it up to the 16. Wilson throws. It's on time. Nice move by Garrett Wilson. He crosses the 30-yard line as he faked out the rookie Elam. Turns it into a 15-yard pass play.
And that's what he's starting to add to his game, Ian. The young rookie, the rookie out of Ohio State, the second move. Because, you know, a lot of times when you get into the league, you're so excited just to catch the football, right? That's where your focus is. Catch it, get what you can out of it. But now when you can catch it, have enough presence to make that second move and gain additional yardage, now you're starting to advance in this league.
Tre'Davious White came off the PUP list. He's not quite ready, though, recovering from the torn ACL that he suffered Thanksgiving against New Orleans. Wilson fires it to Garrett Wilson. 1st down. That was the most crisp throw we've seen so far from Zach Wilson for 24 yards.
And he made Buffalo pay. Something Buffalo doesn't do very often, which is bring extra pressure. And they did on this one. Only 15% of the time do they bring extra defenders. They rely on their front 4. And when you bring that extra pressure, you have to make them pay downfield. And as you described, a sharp, crisp throw. Really nice catch by Garrett Wilson.
All right, Evan, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line to start the second half. Fake the handoff. Wilson. A bullet to Garrett Wilson, who's having a big day for New York. It's a 1st down out to the 39. It covers 19 yards, and Wilson limping a bit as he heads to the sideline.
And the Jets' ability to run the ball effectively in the first half, wasn't explosively, but effectively, has helped open up these throwing lanes for Zach Wilson. And unfortunately, his #1 target, Garrett Wilson, comes up with the catch and then has to go to the sideline for some attention.
2nd and 17. Allen has time. Intercepted. Sauce Gardner's got it. And the Jets are in business inside the Buffalo 20. There's going to be opportunities for us against this defense. Second down and 1. And Devin Singletary gets stonewalled by Michael Clemens for no gain. Down for Buffalo. Fake it to Singletary. Allen tripped up. He could not get past Jermaine Johnson. And the rookie drops the hammer.
Jones to the air, pressure up the middle, and across the middle, and it's dropped by Tyquan Thornton and loose on the play and retrieved by Gardner, who races down to the 5. He lost the ball, as you see. Enric to about the 2-yard line with a lot of back and forth and bang, bang, and we'll see what they rule. It is the Jets' ball, and Sauce Gardner comes up with it on this play after Thornton coughed it up.
Well, Gardner with punch out, and I don't know if we have access to replay here. They're ruling it the Jets' ball. Whether or not it ends up being a catch. Oh, they did call. Now they talked about it. I thought initially it was incomplete, but I didn't know, since they didn't call it that, there was no way, with the technical difficulties we're having here, whether or not they were going to be able to replay that, but they ultimately on the field have decided it is an incomplete pass.
This is what Mac Jones has hit. With the 1st and 10, they get by Justin. He's brought down in the middle. That's Clemens. Michael Clemens comes up with his 2nd sack of the season, the 4th of the day by the Jets. His other sack against the Patriots 3 weeks ago, losing 7 back to the 29.
Donovan Knight into the game, a running back. Takes the fake. White feeds it to him. Knight down the sideline. Bam! Knight on his first touch of the season goes for 17 yards.
Just some really good stuff here. You've got C.J. Uzomah, the tight end. Kind of looks like it's going to be an outside zone play. There he is downfield getting the block on Jalen Johnson coming up in support. Again, every time you can get your running back in a one-on-one situation with a defender, that's what you're trying to do. A really nice design there on that play.
Trenton Gill to kick it, and Braxton Berrios, an all-pro returner, waits back. It's angled away from him, and Donovan Knight's going to get a chance, as he did on offense on their first drive. On in the opening drive. Ty Johnson in the game for the first time, a running back. He angles out, throw to the end zone, and Garrett Wilson has a touchdown. What a start from Mike White and the Jets, although a flag down. It's Simeon. That was weird looking. Tried to go around the right side, and Jermaine Johnson and Quan Alexander said no chance. And it's 4th down.
Yeah. I've seen quarterbacks do this to get away from the heavy guys on the nose, but you got to recognize the fact that Jordan Whitehead and Quan Alexander are at 3 yards off the ball, and you are running right at them.
And they can run too.
Yes, they can.
Probably a little better than you. A deep drop lets the routes develop. One of his first downfield shots has Garrett Wilson. Makes field goal miss. Turns on the afterburners. He's gone. Touchdown Jets. New York takes the lead.
Some 5 down.
2nd and 10. Montgomery. Loaded box. Blows it up. Montgomery gets just 1. Michael Clemens plugged the hole. Really is amazing, isn't it? I mean, you're talking about the combo of that front and then the back end. Only one team blitzes less than the Jets do, yet they've had 5 sacks 3 games in a row. They're top 5 in the NFL in sacks on the season.
I can't tell you how important that is for Jeff Ulbrich when he calls his defenses, to know you can do that with your down 4. And don't forget, Robert Saleh, Jeff Ulbrich, they're coming from San Fran, the architects and the key people in that defense, where San Francisco built that team around those down 4 guys.
What he did in his first start, gained the respect of the locker room. Here's a big one for Donovan Knight. 19 yards into Bears territory.
And this is what you have to do when you're a complete team running the football. Elijah Moore comes all the way across in motion, but then he turns up. He's the one that gets the inside-out block on Jalen Jones.
Just an honor to be a part of it. 6 other players also part of Headstrong Foundation.
Yeah, thank you, Evan. It's Mike White to Garrett Wilson. 15 yards. Tosses a BB. Wilson just looking to get in the mix here. Last week, Wilson 5 catches, 95 yards for 2 touchdowns. He's climbing up that Jets rookie receiving record list. Second down and 2 for New York. We'll see how aggressive they really are here with 35 seconds on the clock. White, deep drop, looking. White uncorks it. Sideline, Garrett Wilson. Clean catch. And the Jets are in Minnesota territory with 30 seconds left. Evans with the hit.
Gave him a nice job in the pocket, a beautiful throw. And how about the catch by Wilson, understanding where he was on the field to stay in bounds and make that catch.
Line of scrimmage is now the 49. Fake the handoff. White lets it rip. Hauled in. Garrett Wilson into Minnesota territory. He's dropped after the catch of 23 yards by Caleb Evans.
And watch how Garrett Wilson works inside, gets Evans' hips turned the wrong way, and goes opposite. And a beautifully thrown football by Mike White. And remember, if you're going to affect Mike White, you got to get him moving in the pocket. That time, the Jets' offensive line, they kept him perfectly clean, able to step in and rip that one.
They've been the 2 best scoring teams in the 4th quarter. Cousins will throw. Incomplete. Adam Thielen in a matchup with Sauce Gardner. Cash in with a touchdown. Movement from Uzama. White slings it. In stride. Breaking away. Garrett Wilson. Wilson, a big play downfield. Wilson still going along the sideline. He's not going to go down. Wilson takes it all the way, but he was out of bounds. Ruled out at the 11. Haven't been to the postseason since 2010. Give it to Knight. Has some room. Knight working the sidelines. Donovan Knight. Bam, trying to go. And he is out of bounds. Connor McGovern, a key block up front for New York. And he runs it on a sprint for 48 yards.
And that's McGovern, the center, who pulled it. That's the key block you're talking about. Number 60 and number 54, Eric Kendricks, their star linebacker. And then those fresh legs and that extra burst. What did Robert Saleh call it? The juicy running of Bam Knight gained some big yardage. Now to end up eating up time, they would have had a runoff on that one because they're out of timeouts.
2nd and 4. Jets operating quickly. White slings it. It is hauled in by Garrett Wilson. Another grab for Wilson. The Jets are on the move with 45 seconds to go.
It's always there. From the New York 49. Allen on the run, launches it deep. And it is it caught? Oh, it comes out at the end. That was John Brown, who had it for a moment.
I mean, this is why you go get a Sauce Gardner early in the draft. The makeup speed, this is going to be a touchdown. And right at the end, Brown has it, but, well, that's poised through the down by Sauce Gardner. Notice he didn't reach out and try and grab him or anything, keeps the arm up, and then rips it through right at the end. It's a really good, well-thrown ball. But having that guy, I mean, think about the turnaround the Jets have done this year. He's a huge part of the reason why. I mean, from last to 4th.
He's scheduled to open in 2026. And that is Allen deciding to keep it for no gain.
3rd down and red zone. Now, the problem is, got a different quarterback, so you can't look at just their stats anymore.
Here's a 1st down handoff to Knight. And Knight's got room. Knight is in for the touchdown.
There you go, Jets. If you're a Jets fan, they're finally running. What a job by Connor McGovern, 60, with a huge block. He had a huge, watch, 60 pulling, and then boom, kicking out. Number 7, Johnson right there. And you want to play small ball, Jim? That's Johnson playing linebacker.
They have it. Oh, my goodness, they got to it.
We got a game. We have a game.
That was Jermaine Johnson, another one of the 1st-round picks. 2nd and 10. They bring it. Hangs in there, completes the pass. Look at the cut by Wilson. Stands up straight, surveys the field, and takes it across the 50. This kid's got moxie, doesn't he?
Yeah. Coming into the game, he was only 55 yards away from having the most receiving yards ever by a Jets rookie.
Well, he's got it now with that one. 62 yards, just broke Keyshawn's record.
Yep. 1996 that stood, and still a lot of games left. And right there you see run after catch. He has great body control.
Second leading receiver by yardage, rookie receiver that is. McWhite delivers it. Wilson steps out at the 18.
I really love Wilson. I mean, this guy, like, you see how quick he bursted, and it's like tap dancing. What a throw! Pressure comes off your right side. Look at that route. Looks inside, spun around that, boop, real quick.
For Wilson, that's 6 catches for 78. For White, he's up to 259.
Crew, producer Mark Wolf, director Suzanne Smith. We start this second quarter on a 2nd and 5. Wilson out of the pocket. Wilson looks downfield, and he's got his man, Garrett Wilson. First down into Detroit territory at the 40-yard line. 33 yards on the hookup.
And this is exactly what Detroit talked about all week. Worked on in anticipation of Zach Wilson if he's the quarterback. Movement plays, plays of him getting outside the pocket, and what needs to happen. And in this case, they lose sight of Garrett Wilson, and a really nice throw by Zach Wilson. Drop it in the bucket and let number 17 go possess it and take it for further yardage. Hospital, emergency.
There you go. Wilson, downfield, hold in, Garrett Wilson. 2 flags thrown. Kirby Joseph, Will Harris back there defensively for Detroit. Jets looking for a big play.
What a play by Garrett
Pass
Wilson.
interference, defense number 25. That comes decline. The result of the play is first down.
It's not just that he stayed with the concentration, as he fought through it and physically got through. Garrett Wilson listed as 6 foot, 183 pounds, not a super strong, overly big guy, fights his way through the traffic and is determined to go get that football, and he does. 33 yards on that reception.
Third down and 19 for New York. 1:22 to go. Wilson, protection is there. Wilson connects with Garrett Wilson. And a matchup with Okudah. Good for 22 yards and a first down.
Rookie? Really? I mean, every time I watch Garrett Wilson, that's a veteran player with rookie status making plays at crucial times.
Rolling, keeps his eyes downfield, completes it, and picking up the first down with a nice little move to the inside. Garrett Wilson has a real good chance to wind up as the offensive rookie of the year.
I love the call for Zach Wilson. Early down, boot, get him outside where he's comfortable. He loves to throw on the run. An easy read, little over-under read. Just get it out to your athletic rookie receiver, Garrett Wilson, with a simple throw. Maybe that can get Zach Wilson going here.
1st and 15 now. Play action, deep drop to the near side. That's caught here by Knight. And Knight close to picking up a first down.
This is what I think you want to see, the development of Zach Wilson. Instead of predetermining to throw this to Elijah Moore, watch him look downfield. He's looking right here to Elijah Moore. He recognizes good tight coverage, so instead of forcing it, just check it down. This is what Mike LaFleur and Robert Saleh want to see. Don't force it, especially in a game like this. Check it down and let your skill guys make plays.
Fake, chase, look out. Lawrence avoids the sack, gets it away, and it's incomplete. So it's 4th down. Popped there by Michael Clemens at the end. So the chase was on, and they get to him. He looks for a penalty and doesn't get one.
On one hand, you love the way they're competing to the end, but this is the risk you take with your quarterback who's going to try to make a play and then bang. I mean, that is a huge hit from the rookie from Texas A&M, Michael Clemens, who finishes that clean.
Almost got caught in a sandwich. Meanwhile, field goal group comes out here.
Clark, tapped in time on 3rd down, knocked away in the end zone. He was trying to get it to Metcalf, but the coverage was excellent back there with Sauce Gardner and some help from Joyner. Field goal unit trots out. Jason Myers, the Pro Bowler, who also made the Pro Bowl as a Jet.
Boy, dangerous throw right here. And you called it, partner. LaMarcus Joyner
was all over this one, expecting DK Metcalf to get some looks down here in the red zone. Gardner didn't have to do that one alone, but he could have made the play himself.
Zonovan Knight the carry, and Knight slips through all the way up across the 40-yard line. His first 3 games, he was averaging 99 scrimmage yards, but the last few, fewer than 20. Got a big gain there of 19.
Yeah, and his nickname is Bam. Used to be Bam Bam because he was a kid throwing things around. You could see right there, just knifing his way through. And what I love about this guy is just his determination. You can see the burst right there, getting more and more comfortable. Wasn't activated this season until October.
But he didn't make it there. He made it in Seattle. I was hoping to continue to make it here. He's going to take off and run, hit hard. Solomon Thomas making the play. Well, that's the other thing I admire about this, you know, in a season where we've had more quarterbacks starting than ever before in NFL history. He's taken every snap, every offensive snap for Seattle.
Yeah, you see Michael Clemens and Solomon Thomas combining on the hit right there.
Couldn't handle it inside the 30. Cade Johnson called up from the practice squad, second-year player from South Dakota State.
And it's not just the break on the ball, the recognition from Sauce Gardner, but it's the technique, the execution of the technique. So developed for a young player. Watch that left hand come inside there, knock that thing away, but he times it perfectly not to get the interference.
They need a yard, and Walker will not get it. Jets were ready this time. So if you're Seattle, you're up 2 scores.
Well, you get blocked, but don't stay blocked. That's what you like to see on the outside right there. Spinning out of that thing. Walker's going to try and get that little jump cut going again. Johnson fighting his way through that block. Just run the ball.
For the end zone, and juggled back there. Noah Fant was the target. Coverage good by Gardner.
Well, we're going to see Gardner in the coverage here on Fant. And Fant's not too happy. They say he got a little handsy, but I thought that was pretty good because Gardner gets his head back to Geno Smith. You know, as that contact is happening, and he's got as much of a right to get to the ball. Maybe got a little bit handsy, but I don't mind that at all. Quite a turnaround from this Jets defense. One of the worst in the league last year. They've really done an excellent job. Great corners, but solid play on the interior as well.
Going deep. Metcalf can't hang on. Gardner was there, and some help from Ashtyn Davis.
Boy, and this was that shot opportunity. And sometimes guys just have to be patient and get their chance. And this is just perfect placement on that ball. There's really no other way to say it. That one just should have been caught. Geno Smith put that exactly where it needed to be to beat the coverage of Sauce Gardner and get it in there before Davis had an opportunity from his safety spot.
Nobody over him on 4th and 5. Thompson scrambles, looks. Thompson gets hit as he throws, incomplete. A turnover on downs on Miami's first drive as Jermaine Johnson, the rookie, got to him. And so the Jets on offense for the first time when you come back. Here's Jeff Wilson on first down. He gets stopped by the rookie Michael Clemens and lost a couple yards. Anticipates and finds Wilson, who breaks tackles. Garrett Wilson still going. Down to the 25-yard line. 43 yards. Biggest play of the day comes from the rookie out of Ohio State.
Just a great effort here. Watch how many Dolphin players are around this to make the tackle. There's 3 of them that converge on Garrett Wilson. I mean, he made 5 guys miss. we get all caught up in X's and O's and all these different schemes offensively and defensively. It really comes down to just blocking and tackling, and that was a poor job of tackling by the Dolphins secondary.
So 6-3 game. Dolphins needing to win, needing the New England loss against Buffalo to get into the playoffs. Play action on first down. Zips one for Garrett Wilson. Strong hands to bring it in and get 15 yards before Javon Holland tackles it. Well, as the Dolphins have taken the lead for the first time, so have the Patriots. Patriots now have a 17-14 lead over the Bills.
Very similar to some of the throws we see from Miami. Real quick, middle of the field. That's what you need to do for Joe Flacco. When you're talking about having different guys in that starting